So, good morning, gardeners. Here I am in sunny Leeds. Well, not so sunny this morning, but can you see this? You would think that I'm in a forest, wouldn't you? You'd think that I'm in the forest. Well, I kind of am, but actually I'm not. I'm in Teresa and Tim's garden. Can you believe it? And this is just, can you believe it? And this is just the entrance. So here we go. It's like an entrance to a big mansion. Wait till you see the garden. I tell you something, Jean Oliver and Isabel Sarl, eat your heart out. Yeah, okay. And I have sampled the coffee. Oh boy, have I sampled the coffee. Listen, he grinded, is that right? What, the beans for me? He ground the beans, they're gorgeous. Look at these sweet peas, aren't they? And this is just an entrance. But the reason I wanted to come down here is because I wanted to show you a little bit. Look, here they are, the two of them. Here they are. But I wanted to show you this because it looks as if this is just giving you a little idea about what is to follow. So I'm going to come down here because the first thing you see, because this is their home, but the first thing you see are the little chickens. The chickens, now they have names, so I can't remember the names. One is called Oreo, I remember that. And the other one is called, what's the other one called?
Harpo. Harpo's the cock, the black and white one.
Yeah.
Well, hello, good morning, Harpo. Good morning, Harpo. Hello, Oreo. Hello, darlings. Hello, sweethearts.
And Harpo's the...
I did try to offer them some grass last night, and they did seem to like it. So we'll try again this morning. Hello, darlings. Have you had your breakfast yet?
Yeah, well, she's...
Have you had breakfast, pets? Have you had breakfast? Oh, there we go. Would you like some Oreo? Want a wee bit, my love? There we go, Oreo. There we go, darling. You can't peck me, but you could peck this. Are you going to have it, Cabo? You're going to have it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hello, Oreo. Hello.
Yeah.
No, there's a... Come and see the egg.
Can you help me up, please? All right, so apparently there's an egg here, so I have to see it. Let's see.
An egg in the right place, which is always nice.
Do you get one or two every day?
One now, most days.
Well done, little chickens. Well done, little hens. So, and this is obviously just outside their house. So, and that goes into the kitchen. And I am going to show you the herbs and things, but I'll show you them later. Because what I want to do, see, Teresa, she's got a light under a bushel or whatever. But just to say, Teresa she's been telling us all she just does herbs. But what I have discovered is that when she was younger with the family, I want to just turn around here and show you. Look, now you would think here we are in Teresa and Tim's garden, but in fact, this is only just the beginning. Wait till you see this. I'm coming down this way, Roz. I'm coming down this way. So, Teresa is going to explain which of these she planted. Come and show me, Teresa. Which ones did you plant?
Oh, well, some of these.
Right.
But
Go ahead.
The ones I planted were over there. But
come and show us.
They're covering.
What are these?
I can't remember what they're called. But
they're beautiful.
The other ones are covered
The
with...
bees love them.
Yes. I think they're a bit like... Yeah, so they're not draining...
Sorry, Teresa, what were you saying?
This area is covered with weeds. It's got three...
Like your wild roses.
It's got three lavender bushes.
Right.
So they're still here, and it's got some lovely plants at the end.
Some lovely?
I don't know what they're called.
Right,
But
okay.
What I did was, about 5 years ago, I cleared this.
Right.
Because there were so many weeds.
It's just grass, is it really?
But they've all grown back again. So
Well, that's what happens, isn't
but
it?
the lavender's nice.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And so you have a little platform up here,
Yes.
which is outside, and then you've got another massive area. So
Yeah.
Jean Oliver, you were talking about a gardening weekend. Here's another gardening weekend. So
the roses are okay.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. And look at this. Well, in an ordinary person's house, this would be the garden, wouldn't it? This would be the garden. And here we've got like a play area, a bit like Isabel's got in her garden too for her grandchildren. Oh, yeah, grandkids. Tim and Teresa have too. And you would think that that's their garden, but no. So hold on, folks, because we're going on a journey. Come on then, Mr. Tim.
The mock orange up there, the dot by the door. The mock orange there, that's mock orange.
Because this is the front door to Tim and Teresa's house, but they never use. And you have to come down the steps and up the steps, you know, the grandeur, you know.
Well, you've had the drive to come.
And we go round into the tradesman's entrance round the side here where the chickens are.
Another way out here.
Isn't it wonderful, folks? Isn't it absolutely wonderful? And you can just sit there and take the sun here in the lovely seat. But here we go. We're on a journey now, okay? So.
No, well, actually, at the left-hand side, there is supposed to be a right-of-way.
Yeah.
But we've never.
Now listen, let me get you down.
No. If you come behind me, Roz, it's fine.
Can you hold?
Yeah. I was down last night, so if you come down. Tim and I went on a journey last night.
Yeah, I've got to watch this, please. It's very dangerous here.
Yeah, but we went on a journey last night, so we're fine. So you can see me going down these steps, which tells you, look at this.
We're opening up.
Right, we're actually, no wonder they're talking about an orchard. It is a bloody orchard, look. It's absolutely huge. It's like you need to go pay in, you know, to come and see this garden. It's wonderful.
No, you should have paying guest people.
But if you look at this, all these trees, and I'm just going to skim back up because I was just enthralled with this last night. Because if you look here, look. If you can actually see, I mean, it's lovely, those little steps up there. And then sort of, you've got the canopy over it, you know, little archway. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then, you know, Tim was talking about getting some of this, you know, cut back and everything. It's true, but, I mean, isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. And you have to come down the steps, of course, but it's all right.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, don't do it too fast.
Roz, I'm all right. You don't need to hold on to me, I'm fine.
Yeah. I've fallen downstairs before.
Yes, but not these ones. I've already been down them. Oh, isn't it wonderful? I mean, look. And there's a strange man in shorts.
With a beard.
Yeah, with a long beard that's going to grow until Boris is gone.
Yep.
So, okay, so along here, we have a different kettle of fish altogether. So, explain. All right, Tim.
Right. Last year, I built this little greenhouse out of two shower screens, and I had it up in the top between the house and the rose-covered garage. But it never got much sun there, so I moved it down here this year, made it a bit bigger.
So you moved the whole structure?
Yeah, took it to bits, put it back together again.
Oh my goodness. It's brilliant. So what have you got on it? What have you got in here?
Some strawberries in it, some cuttings and some tomatoes down below. I used it more when the plants were smaller, and would leave them in there and take them out in the morning, put them to bed at night.
Okay.
Apart from one night when I forgot, and a lot of tomatoes died from frostbite.
Oh dear, that happened in Scotland too. It was terrible.
Some more, so.
Oh, and you've got loads down here too.
Yeah, 2 rows of strawberries, some leeks in the middle there.
Some leeks. Oh yes, I can see them.
That put in about a week or two ago from pots. And I'm growing, I want a small forest, so I've got about 9 little oak trees, but they look not really like a tree at the moment. And a couple of conker trees that I'm going to put down the bottom of the garden later this year, I hope.
You mean the bottom of your forest? And what's here is potatoes.
Oh, that's one of the first early potatoes.
And are these the potatoes that we had last night?
Yeah.
They were wonderful. They were beautiful.
And that's some more of them there and there as well.
So you've got lots of different ones of potatoes.
Yeah, I've got first earlies and main crop.
Right.
So we'll see the main crop in a bit.
Wow.
But yeah, I call it an orchard because it is an orchard.
It is an orchard. If you just want to look around here, folks, because look at this side, look at this. I'm going to turn round now because, and look, this is all, it's like it's an orchard. It is an actual orchard. So he's got apple trees, and can you just explain the different trees you've got here, Tim?
This side is mostly apple trees. In fact, it's all apple trees apart from a cherry, which does nothing. We got one cherry last year, which we shared. We're going to get none this year. And on the other side, there's a plum tree and a pear tree, which is the most overgrown and under looked after tree you'll ever see.
So if you're wanting something done to this orchard, what is it that you need done?
I would need to prune all of the trees. I mean, I prune the little ones, the 3 little ones that we put in about 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
And I've pruned that medium-sized one there. But these are getting too, so that one is too big. It was loads of apples last year, none this year.
It's too big.
Well, I think it's every second year thing.
It
needs pruning.
Yeah.
It's a bit like my lilac tree.
This one produces apples in August. You can see they're already quite big.
It's dramatic. It just goes in, all the energy goes into the leaves.
And then the others give you apples throughout the year. The ones in
Throughout the year?
Well, throughout until about November.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you use them, all of them, or do you give some to the local community, or what do you do?
Give them away.
I give lots of them away to some project in Leeds where they juice it and give them out to people who need apple juice. And the sort of the terribly rotten windfalls go in the compost heap. The reasonable windfalls go to a friend of mine, a couple who have a couple of pigs, and they like apples. So that
very good, very good, very good. Okay, let's.
And this year we had them right through till this March.
Right. Okay. So here we've got. So here this is a kind of wilderness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strawberries.
So this needs something done to it as well, doesn't it?
I mean, this is the steep bank.
The what bank?
Quite a steep bank going down from the flat garden up there,
Yeah.
where the trampoline is.
Yes. Yes.
And I had to do some work on this tree because it was falling over.
I don't know, folks, if you can actually get the scale of this. You know how we've come down quite a lot of steps, as you might remember, to come down to this part of the garden. So. Yeah, well, it's actually an orchard. It's not a garden. It's an orchard.
I have no idea what that is.
So okay, we're going down a pathway here. Go on, Tim.
Right.
And where are we going now?
You come round and avoid the apple tree, which could do with a bit of pruning.
Okay. Okay.
To allow more easy access to the path. This is the totally neglected pear tree.
Does it produce? Oh, this is the one that doesn't produce.
I can't think why.
It doesn't produce anything, did you say?
It did about 3 or 4 pairs last year. But this is where I do most work. So, first veg patch plot. If I move these out of the way, then people can see what's. So, there's some beetroot at the far end there. The 2 rows from a friend of mine, then a scratty row of my beetroot that actually did manage to sprout, to come from seed, and so
You're better than my beetroot. My beetroot hasn't really gone very high either at the minute. It's still quite low. So.
Yeah. No.
Hang on a minute, Roz. And at the end, have you got something there? No, you've got nothing there. No, just a beetroot here.
Yeah, just beetroot there, and here there's some pak choy that I put in. My sister gave me some plants and they're going all right. And if you look really carefully,
yes,
these are going to be, I hope, cauliflowers, because I put 2 rows in, and I thought none of them had sprouted.
But they
And
have,
I
in
realised
fact.
they had sprouted, but that the pigeons like to eat them.
Oh dear. So you've covered them over.
Hence, I've covered them over.
Gotcha.
And
That's courgette, isn't it?
yeah.
Courgettes.
Then at the back, obviously,
You get your runner beans.
a patch of sweet corn and some courgettes. So
It's wonderful.
It's a lovely little area, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
You think
It's not so little, Roz. It's not so little.
No, it's not so little.
No.
oh, they've come out since yesterday.
Look,
See the flowers.
Oh, they have indeed, because when we saw when we were down last night, there wasn't flowers. That's
get them
great. And then here you've got next to...
Yeah, main crop potatoes,
Yes.
onions in the middle, and
Your onions are doing really well.
2 lots of beans. The
Broad
single
beans.
row, broad beans, a single row are planted in December, and we had them.
Can you grab hold of me, please? I'm going to go over here.
Right.
I want to just see... I want to come down a wee bit because I want to see the onions here. Look at that, guys. He's doing really well with his onions. They're really coming on. They're much better than mine.
The big fat ones were obviously in earlier.
And like the broad beans, they're already coming.
Yeah.
You can see that they are.
We had some.
And we had some last night for dinner. In fact, we had potatoes from the garden. We had broad beans from the garden. We had runner beans. We had peas.
Look.
And they are. We had all manner of stuff from the garden last night, which was lovely.
Yeah.
He was just saying he hasn't got a salmon farm yet. Now that's the thing that we need to have.
A fish farm.
Yeah, a fish farm.
They're flowering.
Great.
Look at those beans.
I know, I
Yeah,
saw them, Rob.
We
saw
had
them.
some from that row.
We had some
They
yesterday.
look great.
And
Oh
the
my
rest
goodness.
is just jungle.
Well, let's go and see the jungle.
Right, take care. I've
Can
moved
somebody hold on to me, please?
I've
That's
moved
it.
some
Thanks.
of the trip hazards down to
No,
here.
that's great. We were down last night. It was fine. So this is the other bit, Tim. This is not really the end of the garden yet, is it?
This is the wilding bit, is it?
Yeah, this is the bit where I feel smug, where they say leave a little patch of your garden for the wild, to go wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason I did the veg patches was because those Leylandii were about twice as tall, and so my old veg patch here was totally in the shade. So hence I started doing that.
Yeah. Well, it's a good idea because you've got
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I didn't think of it before. It's much better.
Now I want to give it perspective, folks. So can you just see? Here we're looking up to the little bit of the orchard. You can't actually even see Tim and Teresa's house from here.
Come over here, just about.
Just about.
See the windows.
Just about. But it's quite a bit of slanting up.
See the window just about there.
Yeah, just about. But you have to go. Then there's the next layer and the next layer. I mean, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And you showed me last night the compost. Let's go and have a wee look.
Yes.
Can
Seems
somebody?
it's proper gardeners.
Ross, can we have?
Right.
Yeah, watch because it's uneven.
Oh, we've been here last night. I just need somebody to take my arm, please.
Right.
Perfect.
Got 3 compost heaps, because with
And
this
these trees are what?
Helen,
apples.
Helen.
Yeah,
They're wonderful, aren't they?
yeah. We put them in. I don't know,
I've got them.
about
Yeah, I've
15
got them.
years ago.
I've got them, Ross.
Close picture of them. See, look at the.
And these ones do get pruned.
See, look at that.
I don't know whether I'm doing it right, but they still give apples.
So you must be doing them right.
something right, yeah. Yeah, those are really nice.
And it's good that you support the local community, though. That's great.
Yeah, well, it's horrible when you just think they're all going to waste. So,
Absolutely. So tell me
so-
about this compost now.
right. So this one is the one that I can use. You can see there's still quite a bit of straw because from cleaning out the chickens, but it's reasonable.
It is reasonable.
So I'm quite happy with that. And I've got 2 more. One that I'm adding to at the moment. And
I
one
told you it was a forest, guys.
Yeah,
It's not a garden, it's a forest.
yeah, and I'm sure there's something seriously wrong with some of these trees as well. But,
How come?
well, if you look, it just seems all sort of tangled and, yeah, they shouldn't be like that, should they? If you look down there, they're sort of like bunches of leaves. See what I mean? This clump here.
I don't know. I think it looks healthy enough.
Well,
I mean, I'm not a tree expert, so I wouldn't know.
so that one's nearly ready.
So this is your second one.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Isabel, she's got layers. But this is the one you were telling me about last night,
Yeah.
it's covered in carpet.
And I
And
covered
it's
it in
hot.
carpet since, yeah, that's nice and warm. Because somebody suggested it in the gardening group.
I have to maybe try that, but mine's in the pot, so but yeah, and it is warm. But I might, think about this carpet.
Just
Wow.
to keep the heat in.
Yeah, mine's covered, so it is. It's absolutely fantastic. What an orchard. What a garden. What a space.
I'm
don't
sure
know.
very lucky.
It's just, I mean, you can possibly see it from houses way over in the distance. But I mean, it's like totally isolated. You would think
Yeah.
you were in the middle of the country instead of
Yeah.
in Leeds, in the city centre. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Right, I'm coming up to see the herbs as well. Can you grab one,
I
please?
can.
The herbs are not very remarkable.
Oh, I think they are. And I love the flowers at the front of the
the
house.
flowers are good.
They're great. Right, let's come up and see the herbs.
Right.
The police got it sent back then, or what happened? How did they get it sent?
Oh, yes. Do you want to tell us a story about this?
Ah.
Because Tim gave me a bit of a story about this last night, but I wonder if, Teresa, you could maybe add a little bit.
Tim will tell you, but it was stolen.
So I believe.
And it was actually found in America. It had been sent to America.
It was stolen. It was sold from higher up near the house, which is where we had it in. It was
From your
sold-
house?
Yeah, it was sold on a service station on the M62 to a chap who sold it to his auntie in Canada. But we had pictures of it, and the police posted them on wherever they post these things.
And why would the
And-
police be interested in something like this? Why
Because
was
it was
that?
worth £1,000 at the time.
How many
And
years ago was that?
That was 20 plus years ago.
So it was a lot of money.
Yes.
My God.
It was-
It needs painting.
It was one of two from Teresa's mum and dad's house. So it has a
But
certain
Teresa,
sentimental
is it worth a lot of money then?
It's worth
Peter,
about
I think-
£1,000.
Well, no, that was 20 years ago.
Well, I'm not sure if it's worth any more.
What?
Yeah. So
It was worth £1,000 20 years ago, so you don't know if you cleaned it
So
up
we-
whether it'd be
we
worth.
need
Paint it if you renovated
We
it.
need to
yes.
rub it down and paint it
it
And then
was
get it
sent back-
valued.
It was sent back from
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 America.
Canada. And it'll be a bit harder to move now because it's all bolted down.
I see this part. Is this part of it as well?
Yeah, there's a big metal rod threaded
right through now.
that goes right through, so you'd have to lift the
can't
concrete
lift
off at the same, the plinth as
So
well
it's
as
not going
that.
to move, is it now?
I don't think it's going to move. No.
Oh my God. Oh God.
But it would be good to say, wouldn't it?
And is
Yeah.
this
Real
is this a
shiny,
shed,
because if you've
Teresa?
got some spare time,
Yes.
Just to get that.
I've
to get
no
that-
idea what's in it, but because Tim,
Because there's not something-
I
there's some
think it makes
experts
things a
that
bit
do
rusty
repair
if you
shop.
put them in there.
All right. Okay. Tim, what have you got in your shed?
Nothing really. Just
Teresa, the repair shop.
just
Yes.
damp.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I don't know if they would do.
It's just all horrible
they
and
come
damp.
out to you as a
So though I have
Oh
kept,
my God.
I used to keep the mower in here, but I didn't think it was very good for it, so I don't anymore.
Oh, it's wonderful space though.
Yeah, I used to keep tools in here until I got that, and then it's easier to keep them in there.
In the your lean-to. All right, come and let's see the herbs up at the house. Oh my God. Somebody want to go in front of me. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
You've got tomatoes. And what are these, Tim? Are these
Courgettes.
squashes? Or?
I think that looks like a courgette, but maybe a marrow. Maybe a marrow, maybe. No?
Buckleya, which needs
We'll
pruning.
find out when it grows.
Oh God.
This is a
not
winter
always good
jasmine, which is lovely in the winter. Yellow flowers.
Gosh.
And these are weeds.
But weeds are only in the, weeds are nice. Some weeds are lovely.
No, they're not lovely. They're all-
Yeah, there's some are a problem, you know.
Can you see how many steps that we've gone down, guys? To down to the next part of the orchard or the forest or whatever. I'm not going to call it a garden because it's not. This is a garden. This section here is a garden. This is outside the house, and you can see this is where Teresa planted her lovely flowers when she was well years ago. And this is great, and this is where the chickens live. But they can't get out because there are too many predators that would eat them, so they have to stay inside. But you put them in, and can they go automatically through to their little house there?
Yeah, they at night time they put themselves to bed,
Right.
and I come out and shut the door and bring in the food.
So that does that. They can just go straight through there if they
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
but
Then you can see through.
until last month, you weren't allowed to keep chickens out in the open. They had to be.
No,
as
yeah,
these
because
ones
of the
are.
coronavirus, I realise
No,
that.
no, because of bird flu.
Oh yeah, yes.
There's a herb here, mince.
You got some mint.
It's apple mince.
Oh, lovely. Do you use it?
Yeah, well, occasionally, yes.
Oh, how lovely. Come on and show me the other herbs, please. Please go ahead.
Your sandal.
Oh, no, that's okay. Right, go for it.
Right, whoops. This I haven't used much of, it's coriander. And this is dill.
Oh, it's lovely.
Uh,
Well, your dill's doing well.
and that's parsley, yeah.
And your parsley.
The basil and the mint have not come up.
Basil, I find really, really
That
difficult.
smells lovely. That's coriander.
Yeah, now tell me about this that you were talking to me about earlier.
This one, it started off as just one flower, but I need to take it apart and split it up into about 4.
What's it called again?
It's a streptocarpus.
Very nice.
What's this?
Very
Is that dill,
nice.
is it? No, it's not
That's
dill.
still.
Is it? Well, it's very little. Yes.
Yes, it's doing well. It's doing well.
Yep.
Parsley.
Wow. Well, listen, folks, come round to see the couple, the magic couple here with their fantastic. It's not a garden, but oh my God, how well you've done. It's amazing. Thank you very much for showing us around your orchard, your forest, and of course your play garden area for your grandchildren. It's wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. Gardeners, eat your heart out, because I tell you something. Oh my God, I think it's Eildon Dyer next. So the thing is, but Eildon, you're in 2 sites, so that competition's on now. All right then. All right, bye-bye, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.